So this is the newest New York City Amazon vehicle.
Amazon little trucks. Bro, how's that? With the battery?
Oh, hell no.
So you don't need a license? Whoa, check this out. Here in New York City.
Dude, look at him pedal. So it says 20 steaks for
Ribeye steak.
20 ribeye steaks for $40. So first of all, like you said, EBT. It's already sketch as it is, right? And like, who's gonna give you 20 ribeye steaks?
So that's $2 per steak?
Yeah.
20 steaks for $40.
What the hell? Chicken, seafood, EBT.
So yeah, right away it's like, it sounds kind of fishy, and they're like in some sort of parking lot.
You open? Yeah. But you got these 20 steaks for $40. What is that?
So this is the 20 for 40 promos. There are quarter pounders, just like we advertise on Facebook. They're for around.
Oh, okay, those look pretty thick, right?
Sketch.
It looks hella sketchy,
Yeah.
right? Like a truck in the parking lot and all that.
So did you guys hear about that ice? Now look at this, y'all. That ice that fell down from the sky in downtown LA last night, you guys.
So supposedly there was another block of ice that happened in LA, and they're saying that it's too crystal clear.
It doesn't even, it looks like glass, y'all. It looks like glass. Y'all see that? It looks like glass. I want you to examine this ice, y'all. They are saying this is ice, but it looks like glass.
Yeah, so pretty much they said the same thing that he said, that it looks too clear. Chill, and we are live.
We are?
We are live.
Which account is the thing on? Cause
It's on the Nomas podcast one.
oh, it's because since you got that account back.
Yeah. All right. So welcome back to Nomas podcast. My name is Angel Houseman, and today's co-host / guest, Miss Chelo.
We are back.
Yeah. Currently drinking tea. This is my sleepy time tea. Tomorrow, just an FYI, I start a new schedule going in at 6 a.m. So I'm trying to go to sleep as early as possible. So currently right now it's 8:16 at night, Sunday night.
It's 8:16?
8:16.
Oh, I thought it was later.
Yeah, not too late, right?
No.
I'm trying to be in bed no later than 10. That way I can wake up around 4 a.m. So
Like 6 hours.
yeah, approximately. But yeah, anyways, if you're new or if you came from last week's episode about immigration, which Chelo, you freaking killed it on that episode by sharing a little bit of your story of your journey. So finally on our TikTok account, I feel like we hadn't had a post that takes off in a while, and
After you got it banned.
Yeah. So after we got that TikTok account removed and we finally got it back, we got a post that reached over 156,000 views, and it was pretty much the
Wait,
part.
it was that post? It made that many views?
Yeah. It was a post that pretty much you say that I think it was about talking about immigration and all that stuff.
I don't know. I honestly don't look at the comments and I don't really look at the post.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, or for me, even I'll just post something and I'm like, I posted it. Yeah. I'm out of the app.
Yeah. So by the way, you did make a mistake on that one?
Yeah, I did. I know.
What is it?
It's not South America, Central America.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
So I don't know any of that. So when you said South America,
You're okay.
Yeah, I repeated it. South America. I don't know. I'm not too much into what is it? Geography?
Geography and history.
Yeah, I'm not too much into that. So yeah, so I followed what he said, and I think I just said South America as well. But people in the comments are like, it's Central America. Like, dude, people make mistakes. I bet you anybody that hops in a podcast or does an interview, there's gonna be mistakes there.
Yeah.
But yeah, long story short, if you're coming back from that episode, but by the way, so welcome back, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. The goal for this year is to get to the 2,000 subscribers. We're currently almost at 1,600, so goal is to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully sooner. Obviously, hopefully more, right? But yeah. If you're new to the channel, something that was going through my mind also was that since we started getting a lot of different subscribers from TikTok that transitioned to YouTube, I was like, oh, dang. So I started getting a little bit more of a pressure of thinking like, what the heck am I going to post now? Now these people are going to be expecting me to talk about immigration all the time. But no, that's the thing. At the end of the day, it's conversations, right? Whether immigration comes again, like the topic about immigration comes or not, so be it, right? Mm-hmm. What we do here in this channel, we talk about like our experiences. At times we have guests that they share their journeys, which might be plant-based, plant medicine based. At times it might be just a story that they have to tell, so on and so forth. But I did started getting that a little bit of the pressure, like, oh shoot, like what am I going to talk about? Like, what if they're just expecting me to talk about this? But yeah,
like that they might think that this channel is exclusively about that.
Yeah,
that's what you're. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying.
But I started like, no, I'm like, dude, this is just conversations. It just so happens, obviously, if there's more interaction in the comments and there's other topics you guys would want us to touch on, of course we would be more than welcome to touch on that. So something that I wanted to do right now is actually I wanted to pull up some of the comments through TikTok. There were
I get so anxious about reading comments. I don't know why, or replying. I don't know. It gives me anxiety.
But to be honest, there wasn't a lot of bad ones at all.
Even if it's not even bad ones, even if it's good ones, I get anxiety reading comments.
Really?
Or
Why?
replying to messages.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just get anxious, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'll tell myself like I'm gonna reply to this person.
Yeah.
But I prolong it. I can go like days without replying to somebody. But I'm in my back of my head is like, I'm gonna do it, but it's just I don't do it.
Any type of message?
Anybody. Like it could be like one of my old high school friends, she reached out to me this past week, and like I know she's busy. I was about to say where she works at, but never mind. But I know she's busy because of her work, but like she just sent me a message earlier today, and I'm like, I'm gonna get back to her, but I just haven't done it.
Oh, okay. So it can be any random message, but you just don't like...
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's somebody that I know or that I don't know. It gives me anxiety. I don't know why.
But it gives you anxiety in what sense? Like the pressure of just replying to a simple message?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I don't know why. And you know what? I didn't used to be like that, but now I feel like I am, and I don't know why.
What? But how so? Just like... that you don't want to reply right away, or if it's like almost like if you were to have a task?
Maybe it's kind of like a task, but I don't know, because I feel like before I used to be like if you were to message me right now, I was going to reply to you within the next minute, and now I can go like the conversation can take days because I might not reply till tomorrow night, and then you might reply to me in the morning, but I'm not going to reply till tomorrow night again. I don't know.
Okay, so pull up that post and I'll scan through it. I'll scan through it right now.
Which post is it?
Yeah, the one that has the 156,000.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, so you know what? I'll post it right now just in case there's some people that don't have TikTok. So I'll pull it up right now so you guys can know what post I'm referring to, and then we'll pull up the comments through there.
The algorithm put the Pomona Fairplex.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, because you know what? Okay, never mind.
No, go
Take
ahead.
myself back. I had read like a comment or two when I was scrolling through TikTok, because this specific TikTok came up on my For You page.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody that said that they work at the Pomona one, but the one that was here in San Diego eventually got, like, the kids that were still like not sent home to their families.
Yeah.
Here. They got moved to the Pomona one, and we got told if we wanted to go work with her because we basically were already hired. But I mean, from here to Pomona, it's kind of like a far drive. And at that time, Here, I don't know how much the Pomona people were making, but we were making almost 30 an hour.
Mm.
And we were working 8 hours a day,
Okay.
5 days a week or 6. I don't remember how many days.
Gotcha.
But we were making pretty good money. And they asked us if we wanted to go move to Pomona, like to work over there. But I was like, nah, it's too far away.
So you said that was the topic of the post?
Yeah, it says in the search, like
Yeah.
if you go to the comments in the very top, it says search. It says Team Hope Pomona Fairplex.
Oh, that's weird. For mine, it just says podcast. But
What?
yeah, it's weird.
Look, it's here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah. On this one,
What the heck?
it says it just says podcast. But I'm gonna pull it up right here, so just in case you guys don't have TikTok, you guys have an understanding of what post we're referring to right now. So I'm gonna play it, and then we're gonna react to a couple comments. So see what people were saying at the while this is playing. If you want to look for any specific one, that way you can kind of be prepared.
Okay.
So by the way, this one did like let me see if it says the views. It's 157,000 .3. So 157,000.3 views, and it has almost 10,000 likes, 9,952 likes, 152 comments, 1,432 saves, and 833 shares. Amazing job, Chilo. So thank you for sharing your experience, and we're going to play this, and then we're going to react to a few comments, and hopefully we're able to respond to a couple comments through TikTok. So here it goes.
Working there, they were really the thing, like security, they had like 4 or 5 checkpoints for us to go in. Like you went in through the first security, he checked your badge, which I actually still have it in the car. They checked your badge to put a sticker for the day. They went through all your belongings, and then you went through the metal detector, and then you did the same thing 4 to 5 times before you even went into the convention center. And then you would have to walk all the way to your place and then clock in. And the whole convention center, have you went inside?
Yeah.
Okay. The convention center, all like the main area, they would have it, they would call them pods. So like from the alphabet from A to Z, each letter would be a pod. So pod A, each pod would have 50 kids. So from A to Z, that was 50 kids in each letter. So 50 times 26, do the math. I don't know how much that is.
Yeah.
There was kids that were, the pod that I was in, I want to say they were mostly teens. So they were, I want to say anywhere from like 12 to like 17. And then once you were, if you turned 18 and you were in there, then that's when you got moved with the, like to another place. I don't know where they would get moved, but they would get moved to somewhere else because you were technically an adult now. And I do remember the youngest kids I ever saw in the whole building, because they were so loud. They were probably like 3 and 4. And I remember from coworkers saying that these kids still didn't know how to go to the bathroom, so they would like have to change him, like their diapers.
So who are these kids?
So these kids come from Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador. What else is next to it? Like basically just from South America. And these kids, I always thought that these kids like came over here obviously like for better opportunities. But I thought that like they were crossing the border and then they got caught. That's what I always thought.
Yeah.
And then one day, because obviously every kid has a story. And one day there was this one girl that I was like, can I ask you something? I was like, how did you get caught? And I said that. And she started laughing and she's like, we don't get caught. She's like, we turn ourselves in. When I started working.
Okay. So is there any comment that kind of stood out that you would want to touch on?
I mean, I'm reading through them and everybody's like, she's saying she should be talking about Central American countries, not South America. I'm like, girl.
Yeah.
I'm reading this one. There's like 2 people that said they work at the San Diego ones, and I went to their profile to see if I can like identify them, but no. And there's this one comment and it says, I would never work there. I would just break my heart. I don't care how much they would pay me.
Okay, can you read it one more time?
I would never work there. It would just break my heart. I don't care how much they pay me. And this girl replied, the girl that replied, she had commented before that she had worked at one.
Okay.
And she said, but as someone who worked there, you make their experience the best. You took care of them as your own and tried to give them the best care possible. You have to have a big heart to do that job.
Wow. Okay.
And then hold on, the original girl that put that she would never work there, she commented, yes, you do need to have a big heart. If I worked there, I would be crying every day. And then that was it.
And how do you feel about that? You think it's true? Like,
I think it's true, and I don't remember if I said it in the last podcast, but honestly, like, out of all the jobs I've had, that's probably been the second job that was so... It wasn't hard, but it was just like when I was at the parking lot, I had to mentally prepare myself for the day, because I could hear anything, and obviously I couldn't just start crying with them. Like, you just have to be there for them, and you just have to, like, whatever the hell's going on in your life, like, you need, like, you leave that shit in the parking lot. Once you enter the building, like, you're on, like, work mode.
what's something that would like break your heart, or just getting your feelings?
Okay, so now I remember, because when I got this job was after I had the first miscarriage. So I think for me, like, I always try to keep myself busy for everything. But I think for me at that moment, like, it was just kind of like, oh, I'm going to get into this job because it's like an escape from, like, me going through my grieving process. But then when I would be there, it was so hard sometimes, like, to not get caught up on my feelings, because a lot of these kids, like I told you last time, like, they don't have a mom. And a lot of the times they'd be like, oh, I wish you were my mom.
Wow.
And that shit gets to you. And then, like, I had just gone through, like, the miscarriage, and, like, it would just get to me, and then I'll be like, okay, like, I can't start crying in the middle of the freaking pod.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but it was, like, a very good experience. Like, if I could do it, I would do it again.
Yeah. And then you also mentioned that you used to keep in touch with one or two of them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
And-
I have more. I, like, out of all the girls, like, I have kept in touch with two of them, but I have more than two of them, like, on social media.
Oh, nice. Have you seen any of their posts or anything like that, just to keep up with them?
I don't really, like, I feel like at the beginning when they got out, they were posting a lot, because it's like, oh, like, they went so much time without a phone.
Yeah.
But now they'll post here and there, but I mean, they're still there.
Yeah, but everything is good.
Yeah.
Okay. Quick reminder, we now have a call-in number where you guys can leave us voice messages, video calls. Let us know a story you would want us to share on the podcast, anything you want. The goal is being able to interact with the people that support the channel. Even if you're looking for love, we will find your true love on Nomas podcast. Also, for anyone that is interested on creating your own channel, we have our Amazon storefront linked in the description, where you can find all the cameras we use, the microphones, the lights, the equipment, where all of our podcasts are recorded to. If you need any help with editing services, we are able to produce your entire podcast, edit your short form content from Instagram Reels, TikToks, etc. You can look at all of our content as reference, and we got you covered. And finally, if you want to support the channel, you can leave us a super thanks down below, which will help us tremendously, and we'll make sure to highlight that comment on the upcoming podcast and give you a shout out. Now back to the podcast. It almost, you know what that reminds me of, like, almost like when, and you can't compare both, right? But it almost seems like when you used to go to let's say a grade, right? A specific grade in elementary or middle school, and you're like, oh man, this teacher's so cool. Like, you're like, they mean so much, but then you move on to the next chapter of your life. Let's say now you transition to middle school or high school. And then, like, even though this people meant a lot to you in this specific time, but then, oh yeah, I wonder whatever happened to this teacher. I wonder whatever happened to this student. And you just move on, right?
Yeah.
Crazy, huh?
Yes.
How some people are just part of your life for a specific amount of time. Like, I had many teachers out there that meant a lot for me, but life goes on, right? But yeah, so is there another one, or I'll look into something?
Here, you try looking at them. Let me see.
So okay, so it just says the first one on the very top. Not sure. I don't think it's okay. So I worked there too. I have so many stories that touched my heart, but it also broke my heart. Poor kids. So similar to what you were saying, I guess the stories there are pretty profound.
Are you reading the one that wrote Daniela?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. If you want to go ahead and scroll, I'll scroll. Take your time.
She put a story there. Do you want me to read it?
Oh, did she?
Yes. Somebody asked her, will you ever speak about it? And she said yes.
Oh, okay.
And then Daniela replied to them, and she's like, we had a case where a little girl a little girl of 6 years old was getting trafficked, and I don't know whatever happened to her, because last I knew they couldn't find her parents. I don't know if she ended up in a foster.
That's crazy. And imagine that's just one story out of all of them.
Yeah, like I mean, from the kids that I know, I can tell you that they, like, the ones that I still keep in touch, like, they didn't get trafficked. But then it's like there's so many kids, babe. Like, I'm pretty sure, sadly, like, a percentage of them were getting trafficked.
What? What do you mean?
Like, how do you think, like, there's so many kids coming here? You think that a couple of them wouldn't go on the radar and be like, oh, these kids are actually going to be trafficked?
What? Okay. So you think they're being sent over here to the U.S. with a purpose behind it? Like, okay, so kind of like a plan, right?
Yes.
So you send them out to the U.S. from Central America. They land here, but now the point of contact is part of that kind of...
Yeah, like, I wouldn't doubt that. I'm not saying all of them. Maybe, like, there's maybe more than half of them. Like, let's say 75% actually, like, stay with the family member and, you know, like, their life goes on.
Right.
But then a certain percentage, it's like maybe they're not that lucky and they unfortunately end up with that uncle, tia, or whatever you want to call it, that actually does traffic them.
Or you think the people that are sending them, it's already planned out?
Oh yeah, like, when they were for example, when they would pay to, like, come from Central America to over here, like, they already had a plan. Like, do you think they wouldn't have the plan, like, oh, this kid eventually is gonna get trafficked once they get to the States?
Oh man. So I hadn't even thought about that, right? Because remember when you first worked there, I was like, hey, is everything legit there? Like, what's the whole goal of them being there? Like, are they really going to their families? And,
Yeah.
And I got a peace of mind when you're like, yeah, they're going to their families. And like you said, you keep in touch with some of the kids that were there. But now you're giving me another perspective of, like, yeah, there's some kids that possibly could be going through that. That's so sad, man. Man, that's heartbreaking.
Yes.
But you personally don't know for a fact, right? This is all allegedly.
Yes.
Because of stories that you heard, like this girl that just mentioned, or this.
Yeah, exactly. This comment that
Yeah.
just replied on the post.
Wow.
But I mean, just like her, dude, there's so many people working there. Like, everybody must have stories, or they must have heard from somebody. Like, I remember when I was there, at one point, because, okay, so we would work in the pots, right?
Yeah.
But all of us, we had, like, a supervisor, like a pod supervisor, and then there was, like, the supervisor. But there was people that were case managers, and the case managers, those were the people that were in charge of looking for, like, your tias, or whoever you kept saying that you were gonna go to. Yeah. And those, I mean, I bet those people have other stories because they are more in touch. They're the ones that are in touch with the family, and they're the ones in charge of, like, investigating and, like, you know, saying that you're actually going to a legit person, not a freaking trafficker.
But what gets you thinking that those people are also could be part of it, right? To approve that, okay, they sign off on it and you're good to go, and then they get some cash. Everything here is just allegedly. We're just, you know, it's all conspiracies that we're just mentioning, right?
Yeah.
But you never know.
Yeah. But when I was in there, I remember one of my coworkers and I, we got asked if we eventually wanted to move to, like, being a case manager. But I needed, like, because either you needed a bachelor's or you needed, like, a certain amount of school units. And I didn't qualify because I didn't have enough of the school units, and I don't have a bachelor's. But I feel like that would have been another experience. Like, for me to move from working in the pod to becoming a case manager, I think that would have been a good experience to see, like, the other side of what it is like dealing with the family members of these kids that are over here.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you saw this one, right? But it says, I worked at the, I'm not sure if it's the same one. I worked at the Pomona Fairplex in the COVID unit, then moved to the boys unit. It's true that kids were trafficked. Was that the same one, or it's
no? Pomona is up north.
Okay.
Pomona is the one that got open after the convention center here in San Diego got closed.
Yeah. Okay. So this is another comment that I'm looking at this. I think they're looking at this as a different perspective, right? So it says all the kids get adopted by Americans, and all those Americans get food stamps and cash aid. There goes her tax money, and that is why we have homeless, because they can't afford a home, or most choose. Let me read the last sentence. So all the kids get adopted by Americans, and all those Americans get food stamps and cash aid. There goes our tax money, and that is why we have homeless, because they can't afford a home, or most choose. Let me see. Most choose what?
Like most choose to be homeless?
I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I guess they're saying like, okay, because of these kids that are being sent from Central America, pretty much saying that they're using our tax money. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like, I mean, there's going to be case to case, right? But a lot of the homeless, unfortunately, I guess you can say it's by choice, because they're dealing with certain issues, mental issues, and they're using certain substances, that keeps them out there. But I mean, I guess the help is out there, but yeah, that was another perspective. They're not even looking or thinking about the farewell of the kids. They're looking at it like, oh, like
somebody's making money off from them.
Yeah, that
someone's getting a benefit because that kid is coming over here.
Yeah.
But then, even if they did get a benefit, if the kid is 16, dude, like, and they get food stamps, they're just gonna be able to get food stamps for until they turn 18. It's not like if it's a newborn, then they can get food stamps for like 18 years. That's different.
Yeah, but then there's also kids that are like you said, like 3 or 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I guess for those kids, they're gonna be getting that aid for a couple years. So, yeah. And anything else that stuck up?
Let me keep seeing. Somebody was like part 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Oh, hold on. There was another comment. Hold on, let me scroll down. Somebody was like 50 times 26 equals 1,300. So those are the immigrant kids they lost in the system years ago. But I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah. But, okay, so if it is 1,300, that's just here in San Diego.
Yes, because there's many of those places all over like probably in each state.
That's crazy. That's a whole bunch of kids.
Yep. So imagine there's one or maybe there's 2 of these places in each state along the border. How many would that be? So 1,300 times 2, 2,600 times, I don't know how many states are near the border, like 4.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We're talking about like more than 10,000 kids.
What the heck?
That are just from those countries.
And then you said you would figure that doesn't take a whole year for them to get processed, right?
I mean, some of them, it just depends, babe, because some of them, they would get here from, because most of the kids that we got, they came from Texas. They didn't turn themselves here.
Yeah.
So they would come from Texas, and for example, somebody that was here, like they could have just moved today, like they could have arrived today, and they would be out within 2 weeks. But then we had kids that were there for months, and they were still here.
Oh, okay.
So it just depends because everybody's case is different.
Yeah. Okay. So damn, that's crazy when you put it in that perspective. 1,300 in just in one location times, you said how many states?
Let's say there's, what is it? California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, 4 states.
Okay.
So 2,600. Let's say there's 2 in per state.
Oh, okay. Oh,
That's more than 10,000 kids.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1,300 here. Let's try to make a quick math. 1,300 times 2 per state.
Yeah.
Times how many states?
Let's say 4 states that are in the border.
10,400.
Yeah. And I saw another comment that said that it was like this lady saying that her daughter worked in the similar thing, but she worked in Florida. So it's not just like here along the border. They can be like all over the place.
Wow. And you hardly ever hear of these things. Like
somebody said, how did you get hired? This thing, like, it was almost like a secret thing to get hired.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Like there wasn't an ad out there that was like, oh, like you guys want to work in the convention center? No.
So how'd you hire?
I found out because my friend Fernanda, she found out because of her sister. Like her sister, she's in I know she majored in criminal justice too, but I don't know exactly what she does. And somebody was like, hey, like, do you know somebody that wants to work at the convention center? Like they need to pass a background check, and this is what they're gonna do. So then her sister told my friend, and my friend got a hold of me. She's like, hey, let's go to work to the convention center. Like we're gonna make this much and this is what we're gonna do. So we went to apply, and like right away we got hired. But it wasn't like, oh, like it's not like you're gonna see it on Craigslist or anything. Like they're not gonna be posting it out there.
So it's more of a like word of mouth.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? There was one, but I think this one is it was on Instagram, and I didn't even put a mind to it. But let me see if I can find it. Oh, maybe it's not.
What was it? What did they say?
Unless they deleted it, but
what did it say?
It said, let me see. Huh. Can't find it, but it was something like girly pop. You shouldn't be talking about this. You're not supposed. I worked in one of those things too, but you're not supposed to talk about it.
They were not supposed to talk about it when we were working there, not anymore.
Yeah, I did check in with you to make sure that you could talk about this, but I could have sworn it was unless they got removed or she decided to remove it. But yeah, she said something like girly pop. You should like kind of like sarcastic. Like girly pop, like she was being like kind of sarcastic. You know what I mean? I think she removed it because I couldn't find it. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because there was quite a bit of comments there, and I think there was a couple questions and kind of people correcting about South America.
Yes. It's been a rough week. Okay, I got it mixed up.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, we don't
geography teachers over here.
Yeah, we don't make freaking. I mean, we say things and at times it doesn't get edited. We just leave everything raw. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anything else so we can close out that post? I think we should be fine.
I'm trying to look at the. No, I think that's it.
Yeah. All right. Ready to react to a couple videos?
Sure.
All right. First one. If you are someone that's suffering from hair loss, whether you're a man or a woman, there is now SMP, scalp micropigmentation. SMP is a non-surgical cosmetic procedure designed to create the appearance of a closely shaved or buzzed hairstyle on the scalp. It can also be used to enhance the density of existing hair by creating the illusion of fuller coverage. Make sure to contact SD Inc. as right now they are currently discounting $500 from your procedure if you mention Nomas podcast. SD Inc., thank you for being a sponsor to the podcast. And if you have a business or would like to sponsor the podcast, feel free to contact us through Nomas podcast on Instagram. Now back to the episode. All right, so this is the newest New York City Amazon vehicle. Let me know what you think.
Amazon little trucks. Bro, how's that? With the battery?
Oh, hell no.
So you don't need a license? Whoa, check this out. Here now is no license. Sit to the vehicle, tell them what you think. There in New York City.
Dude, look at him pedal.
Amazon little trucks. Bro, how's that?
Is it one of like those bike?
Look.
So you don't need a license? Whoa, check this out.
So he asked him if he needs a license. You don't need a license for one of those. Because technically, I guess it qualifies maybe like an e-bike.
Maybe.
That's crazy. What do you think when you first see it?
First of all, it's not going to fit that many packages.
Okay.
First things first.
Right.
I would say it would work in New York just because of how cramped that city is. And maybe it wouldn't be a good idea to have a freaking big ass Amazon truck in the busy ass street.
Yeah.
But
now you think about it now that this, I think the reason why he's pedaling like that is because
to store that shit up.
because I guess to like power it up, right, and now you don't have to worry about like gas or people that don't have licenses, so anybody can fucking drive one of those things. And then let's see what the comments were saying. So it got people delivering packages in Flintstone's car.
Bro gotta wear a helmet.
Yeah, bro gotta wear a helmet, and they're laughing. Amazon got y'all working like rats in a wheel. They added pedals just to avoid the license thing. Sneaky way to get around the road rules. Yeah, technically now, since this is, I guess it qualifies maybe like an e-bike, so you don't have to follow all the different rules as a vehicle, you know. Pedaling for 12 plus days. 12 plus a day is crazy. This one's cool. Save money on fuel costs. Have the employee provide the energy instead. That's crazy. Poor guy just pedaling, man.
One
But
package per hour.
is that what it said?
No
The one in
license?
the bottom.
One package per hour? Oh shit. Yeah, dude. So I don't know. I think
Somebody else was like, can't get a ticket with no plates.
Vehicle, tell them what you
True.
think. They're in New York City.
Dude, hell no.
I haven't seen one of those here in San Diego.
I haven't seen those.
Yeah, I haven't. I guess maybe you said maybe just be a New York thing. Yeah.
Maybe. Dude, I had this girl that went to me, we were together in high school, and she used to work for Amazon. I don't know if she still works there, but she worked in the where they dispatch all the vans that come and like drop off packages.
Yeah.
And she used to be I think she was a dispatcher, and then she moved to like a delivery person, or I think she did both. I don't remember. And there was this one time that she went to drop off a package. I think she posted it on her I think it was her Snapchat, and it was like all the way in Poway, and it was a freaking. She's like, this place is hella sketch. So she was recording everything, and it was like this freaking dirt road that only one car could go up. So if there was another car coming down, like either one of you has to reverse because only one car can go up. And then she got to like this what's it called? Those
cul-de-sac?
No, those containers.
Oh yeah. Those big containers.
Yes, and it almost looked like an old train wagon, and it said to open the door, the steel door, and put the package in there.
What?
That's what it said on the delivery instructions, and she's like, "Fuck that, I'm not doing that shit."
Oh,
and she just dropped the package. She took a picture and she dipped.
Dude, that's hella sketchy.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Dude, that place was in the middle of nowhere, babe. Literally, like, estaba el pinche the container like in the middle of a mountain.
What?
There was nothing around it.
Dude, that's scary.
It wasn't like there was a house up there or something. Like, no. It was just a fucking container in the middle of the freaking mountain.
And it just said open the container, put
yeah,
the package
open the steel door and then just put the package in there.
Fuck that.
No, hell no.
That's crazy, dude. So now I was thinking about this too. I mean, yeah, I get everybody like was joking around and like making fun of this guy. But then at the same time, I guess if somebody like him, it's like, man, you're getting some workout and you're working, you know, you're like getting a workout and you're working and getting paid. But at the same time, like they were saying, one package per hour, they can't expect the same amount of deliveries.
Oh, trust me, they would be like, you have to do this amount even if you do your fucking pedaling on that shit.
Hopefully not, dude. Who knows? I'm pretty sure they had to change like the regulations or the expectations. No?
Because I know for the delivery guys, when like they have a certain, like they say they load up 200 packages, they have a certain amount of time to deliver everything, and if they start running behind schedule, they send somebody else to like take a part of that, and then they deliver the rest.
Oh, dude, I don't know how this works, man. Maybe you know, right? But they were saying that at times they don't even have time to pee, so they had to pee like wherever.
Yeah, they're
can.
like really even picky about their breaks.
Really?
Yeah, especially the people that are on the road.
Oh, dang, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember there was one guy that kind of like he was taking his break in somebody's driveway. Like I think he was having lunch in the Amazon truck. Yeah. And the property owner like kicked him out. I think, hey, what are you doing in my driveway? It's, oh, I'm just taking my break. And the guy's like, nah, don't take your break here. Oh, like, what the heck? And the guy was just like...
Eating a sandwich?
Yeah, eating a sandwich because I'm sure he's being rushed, you know, to move on to the next location. Mm-hmm. Guy kicked him out. Yeah. Yeah, people in the comments were like, what the heck? Like,
yeah, dude, like a lot of them, they just eat stuff from like 7-Eleven because how are you going to heat up your lunch?
Yeah, that's true.
Where are you going to go pee?
Yeah.
Like...
Dude, that'll be interesting, dude. To
We
have,
need a delivery driver in this podcast.
That's interesting, dude. To see what type of things they're gonna get fired. to think,
Just have them wear a mask and some glasses.
yeah, just to see what they actually have to do in order for them to meet the deadlines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, where do you go to the
Or
restroom?
I even seen it here. Like when there was this one time that I saw like the Amazon guy came to drop off a package, and then it pulled up like literally in front of the door, and they had like the back door open, and then another Amazon truck pulled, so both trunks were like back to back, and they were passing packages from one truck to another. And I was like, this one of them must have been like the one that was parked in front must have been running late, and that's why the other one came to help him.
Oh shoot! Like hook me up.
Yeah, like.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else. Like, hey, they freaking got it on. Like,
No.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, I saw that post. I'm like, damn, that's fucking crazy, dude. That Amazon truck. I hadn't seen it here, at least in San Diego, so I thought it was pretty interesting. Are you getting tired? I'm the one drinking the freaking tea, and it's kicking in on you.
Dude, I used to drink that tea, and it never did anything to me. Not the same one you're drinking. It was a sleepy time tea, but it wasn't like another flavor, and it never did anything for me.
Oh, okay. Well, the reason why I got it is because it's supposed to be natural, and hopefully at least it relaxes me. But yeah, okay. Next story I wanted to put up. It's
okay. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Okay, next one I'm gonna pull up.
20 steaks for $40.
What the hell? Chicken, seafood, EBT.
Yeah, so it says 20 steaks for
ribeye steaks.
20 ribeye steaks for $40. So first of all, like you said, EBT, it's already sketch as it is, right? And like, who's gonna give you freaking 20 ribeye steaks?
So that's $2 per steak.
Yeah. So yeah, right away, it's like, it sounds kind of fishy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, plus if it's saying EBT, like if it's, no offense to anybody that uses EBT, right? Because everybody's in their own like life and journey, and if you need it, cool. But for some reason, just this doesn't sound too good of a quality. Like you said, $2 per steak. So let's take a look. And they're like in some sort of parking lot.
You open? Yeah. What you got these 20 steaks for $40?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
So this is the 20 for 40 promos. There are quarter pounders, just like we advertise on Facebook. They're 4 ounces.
Oh, okay. Those look pretty thick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just 5 of them.
Okay, so let's take a look.
Individual back to back to Tim.
You on Facebook?
Yeah, America's Choice Steak Company. Let me get your brochure. It's none of my brother's business, so. Yeah. And we're right there. Get you this.
Okay,
USDA.
USDA.
On a bagel.
On a bagel?
Oh, yeah. So if you ever had the one at McDonald's, it's about 10 times better.
The steak, egg, and cheese.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually get that one. It comes with the good sauce.
Take those, man. Holy crap.
Man.
So good.
You gotta buy the pack though, right? You couldn't just get like a one type of situation.
I wish we could. We have to sell them by the label because of the USDA. So like this is literally the smallest package we have. These other ones that he's getting, they're our family packs. Like we only sell either like the 20 for 40, or we have bulks of like steak, seafood, and chicken. So
yeah, $40.
So like he said, you have to get like the bulk. You can't just buy individually because of something of the USDA. So you have to get the bulk package in order for you to get.
But then when you go to the grocery store, you get one steak and it says USDA, a sticker on it.
Yeah, well, I guess this is their whole thing in order for you to get that sale.
And then, wait, hold on. What's up with the boxes on the side? One of them says seafood and then another has a chicken on the top.
Yeah, I guess they have like different packages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what's up with the box?
So this, he's going to show what you actually get for the 20 steaks for $40.
It's worth everything.
Oh.
So if you look at it, it's $2 per piece of meat. It's a quarter pound, just like a quarter pounder. But it's outstanding. It's worth every bit of $2.
Dude, that thing's so thin.
I bought these, now I'm coming back buying all these.
Man,
So,
man, if y'all gotta sell them by the little pack or something, like by these packages, I'd get it for that. You know what I mean? But man,
Can't do it.
can't do it. You got to get the big pack.
Gotta get big, 40 bucks or nothing.
Oh, and you got those two as well. Those are big. Those look nice, man.
Yes.
Damn. What? That one you couldn't get for 40? This one?
No.
It comes as a bulk package. Yes,
So you gotta get the bulk package to get all this right here. You couldn't get just one singular one.
We could sell it individually like that, but we just don't. Most people come to buy the bulk, so it's just hard for us to get rid of it. Because we see hundreds of customers. Like if everybody came in and said, "I want the T-bone," then we'd have a bunch of boxes in there that are split up like this.
So good. So good.
They look.
This ones look good right here. I mean, the first ones are all right. You know what I mean?
They're all good, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Man, let me see if I. And how much is that bulk pack one?
So all of our bulk pack steak, seafood, and chicken are $100 off if you pick it up in person.
$100 off.
Well, what's the original?
And I know you immediately them. I just have to open them all for you again, brother, because it's a USDA regulation. So it's not to make you stand out here in the cold, but
Cold don't bother me, buddy.
you know.
That's a cold weather unit in the military. I spent a lot of time in the cold. On top of 90 below zero.
Oh my goodness, gracious, that's not my scene. Me being from Mississippi, my Mississippi body don't even like this 30-degree weather y'all have here.
Yeah.
I got a bus to catch from. I might be. What time you be here?
I'm here at 5, so I'm about to leave tonight, but I'll be back tomorrow. It's our last day. It'll be 10 to 5.
Tomorrow, last day, 10 to 5, Columbus, Ohio.
Right here.
Yeah.
Alrighty, man. I want to see.
Thank you, man. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Yeah. See you. Have a good one, man.
So what are your thoughts?
20 steaks.
It looks sketch.
It looks hella sketchy,
Yeah.
right? Like a truck in the parking lot and all that. So something that I didn't catch, that reading through the comments. Okay, so you saw the other guy, right?
The one on his left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was he doing?
I think he was just looking.
So if you didn't catch it, he was purchasing all of that. But then somebody said something along the lines that, oh, it was a fake customer.
Oh, kind of like, oh, this person's buying, so you should buy it too.
Yeah. But I didn't catch it because the guy was saying something along the lines, hey, I have to open up all the packages. It's USDA regulation, so I have to open all these packages so you can see all the meat in there. But then somebody pointed out in the comments, like, oh, it's just a fake customer. They're part of the whole scheme or part of the whole organization, and that way you can get encouraged. Because the guy, did you really see that? Oh, I bought a whole bunch and I'm coming back for more. And
okay.
and the other guy was also kind of like, oh yeah, look, this is good meat and all of this, but I hadn't even noticed that until that comment. So it apparently that's kind of like almost like a sales pitch, right? They have this fake customer there to encourage whoever shows up, like, oh man, these are freaking delicious. Look, check them out. And the other guy saying, hey, I have to open them for you to kind of showcase what the product is. Yeah. So here, let's look at some of the comments in that one. So that's $8 that's $8 a pound for little baby steaks. Yeah. So they're saying meat glue steaks. So they're saying it's like artificial meat. Yeah. So let me see. I don't trust that. I've seen some shitty about this like 2-3. I've seen some shit about this like 2-3 years ago. Look for 2440 steaks controversy. How are people still falling for this garbage steaks scummy salesman? Selling steaks at the Tractor Supply Co. parking lot. They know as soon as you try it, you'll never come back. So yeah, you have to buy it in bulk. Yeah, so it's crazy. A lot of these. There was another one that was talking about that they had to post up in like low income communities. So yeah, you're never gonna see one of these at like, let's say here in San Diego, like in La Jolla area.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So yeah, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, for sure. It's sketch.
So you see here, the other guy was there to try to get you to buy. So, bro, I just noticed that fake customer scam. ETB is accepted. So yeah, when I first saw that, I was like, "What?"
EBT.
Oh yeah.
ETV.
Yeah, they put a ETV. EBT is accepted. So what do you think? Would you get some of those steaks?
No, but at the same time, it's like, do we really know what we're eating from the grocery store?
Yeah, and nowadays
Just because we see it there.
Yeah, it's true. We don't really know.
Okay, next one.
You're getting tired, huh? I can tell. Okay, well, you're getting tired?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So next one, it's something that just happened recently. I don't know if you saw it, but there was a piece of ice that fell from the sky, and nobody really knows where it came from. Did you hear about this? Yeah, a big block of ice, apparently like 6 feet in 6 feet wide of ice that fell and it landed on a roof on top of a house. Pretty much made a hole in the house. Never heard of it? Yeah.
We have new details tonight as a mystery chunk of ice came falling from the sky and crashed into a Flagler County home earlier this afternoon. Kelsey Cairn stopped by the neighborhood where it all happened to see this incredibly unusual situation.
The million-dollar question tonight is how this was all possible. If you take a look right behind me here, that blue tarp is what is covering up a large hole created by ice. An aviation expert I spoke with says there are two likely scenarios. It's possible that wastewater or frozen condensation on a jet flying overhead may have caused this 6 foot long by 3 feet wide hunk of ice to crash through the roof. It happened in the Seminole Woods neighborhood of Palm Coast. Neighbors hearing a loud boom and seeing damage.
Couldn't believe it. Never heard of it in my life.
I had never heard about that
either. The fire department says no one was hurt. Aviation expert Shem Malmquist says these events are rare but happen more often than you'd expect.
The area under the mast can develop a ball of ice, and at certain points that can just dislodge and fall. It happens a few times a year.
In June of last year, something almost identical happened in New Jersey. Our Fox station in New York reporting on a family that narrowly missed injury when a chunk of ice destroyed their roof. The FAA confirming to Fox 35.
Crazy, huh? I had never really.
That is so weird. I've never heard of that.
They said it happens more commonly than what you expect, but I had never heard of this before. Some people were saying, they were trying to say, oh, a piece of the firmament has just fallen. All right, so that's a conspiracy that they were saying, like, oh, like what the heck, like maybe. Finally the firmament is breaking, and that's why this big block of ice, but that doesn't make sense either, right? But yeah, so right now I don't know if you heard, but they're saying that I guess condensation built up underneath the airplane and it just fell, but even that doesn't make sense either, right? How is this big old block of ice 6 feet in width or in length just holding onto the freaking plane just falling? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, plus the speed that the plane's going, plus I mean, if it was somewhere along the, what are they called, the turbinas, the ones that make the plane fly, like I'm pretty sure that thing gets hot, so it's gonna melt.
Right. So it would just be like water, right? Yeah, but not a freaking not a big freaking block of ice.
Dude, I don't know, right now that you're saying that, when Leslie and I used to fly to Washington and it was snowing, dude, they were freaking basically power washed the plane before we even took off if it was snowing. So
okay.
Yeah, I mean, unless it was snowing up there, but I don't know, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's weird, right? So yeah, that's why it started like a bunch of different conspiracies online. But here, I think I had pulled up a couple different TikToks about that people were posting. Let me see if this one's it.
Tonight, the FAA is now investigating a mysterious 6-foot chunk of ice falling from the sky, slamming into a home in Palm Coast, Florida, north of Daytona Beach. The ice smashing through the metal roof of the home. Pieces of ice also found in the street. No one inside the home at the time was hurt. Authorities believe it likely fell from a plane. Tonight, the FAA is now investigating mysterious...
He just said Florida. Florida is humid. Florida is not cold. It doesn't snow over there.
Oh, okay.
Like, Florida is like Sinaloa weather.
Right. So there's no way that... Yeah, especially not in Florida. Okay. So going back to the conspiracy thing, this is what people are saying, right? So that is right. by where they launch rockets into space too. Coincidence or firmament? Elon Musk have hit the firmament harder than ever.
Oh shit!
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why people are speculating. And you bring up a good point. I mean, aside from everything that it just doesn't make sense. 6 foot freaking width of ice, a block of ice, dude. Everyone's saying the firmament, but literally all the road and sidewalks were frozen solid here in Buffalo today. It's what happens in winter. It's not what happens in winter. If not, it would be like, you would figure there would be some sort of freaking insurance or people like finding out different ways on how to protect their homes.
And plus, that person said Buffalo's in New York. It's not in freaking, well, I don't know if there's a buffalo in Florida, but there's a buffalo in New York.
Yeah, because if all of this was so common, then people would find a way on how to protect their homes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because this is freaking, there's a reason why freaking got in the news. Imagine now if this happened so freaking often, people would be always looking in the sky like, oh shoot,
yeah,
a block of ice is gonna land on me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially here in San Diego, you see how low the freaking airplanes.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. So something's off. So who knows what really happened here? I have one more that I saw.
The revolution.
Okay.
It's part of the same one.
Oh.
Yeah, it's last one for this.
From the block of ice?
Yeah.
So did you guys hear about that ice? Now look at this, y'all. That ice that fell down from the sky in downtown LA last night, you guys. Look at this. Yo. This is crazy, y'all, because...
So supposedly there was another block of ice that happened in LA, and they're saying that it's too crystal clear, but it almost seems... I don't know. I guess you guys can decide.
What's going on with all this ice? Not just ice literally coming from the weather, like the snow and all the ice officers going all around the countries, and ice is also falling down from the sky, because this is not the first incident. Did you hear about the one that happened in Florida?
There was an incident where a piece of ice went through.
Look at that. So this happened in Florida. This was in Palm Coast, you guys. Palm Coast, Seminole County. Now look at this from LA, y'all.
In LA. Downtown.
Okay, so you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about this, because people can record a block of ice and say it fell.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, you can see the
but that almost looks like glass.
That's another thing that people were saying, that it was
like the back part looks like glass.
Right, and that's something that they were saying, that it's too clear for the ice to be ice, because ice usually it's kind of like foggy, yes. Right? And this one, like you said, it looks almost too clear.
To be specific.
Look at the ice. Look how big this thing is, y'all.
And this shit dropped out of the fucking sky, bro. Ice. A big chunk of ice, bro.
Look at the ice. Look how intricate it is.
Looks like it had a design, huh?
It doesn't even... It looks like glass, y'all. It looks like glass. Y'all see that? It looks like glass. I want you to examine this ice, y'all. They are saying this is ice, but it looks like glass. Y'all see that, right?
So pretty much they said the same thing that you said, that it looks too clear.
It does.
See, once again, this is a completely different post. Pieces of the firmament.
Can we stop paying bills?
For real. Remember the movie Chicken Little, where the chicken was saying the sky is falling?
Yeah.
Huh. Who knows? You see, everybody's talking about this, but I think it's just our algorithm that we get these type of comments and type of... Who knows? Because you see, they probably broke the firmament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Coincidence or fake?
At first, when I saw the chunk of ice, I was like, oh, it's fake. But now that he zoomed it in, it looks like glass. For sure, it looks like glass. And then it looks like it has a design.
Yeah.
But then we don't know, because they could have just, like try to set it up.
Yeah.
You just never know now.
Yeah, exactly. All right. there is another one, but I think we can skip on that one. Or
why?
It was, or you want to do one more? It's a Michael Jordan Michael Jordan's son fuck, I can't speak. Michael Jordan DUI incident. You know who Michael Jordan is, right?
Yeah.
So his son, apparently he was in a DUI stop, and he was blocking the railroad tracks, and the way he was like acting super privileged. You want to see that one?
A ver, ponlo.
Right now, the son of NBA legend Michael Jordan is out of jail. We broke the news of him bonding out of jail at noon, and now we're digging into his arrest on the train tracks in Maitland. West News' Michelle Meredith live in Maitland near those tracks. And Michelle, this is not Jordan's first run-in with law enforcement overnight.
Well, earlier, Seminole County deputies had tried to stop him for reckless driving, but he wouldn't stop. So imagine everyone's surprise when they found him stopped on these railroad tracks in Maitland.
Tell us your side of the story, Marcus. Fresh out of jail, Jordan was mum. Marcus, what do you think your father would be thinking at this point? No desire to tell his side of the story, and it's a long one. It started in Maitland when police say they saw the headlights of Jordan's blue Lamborghini parked on the railroad tracks, not far from Cappy's Subs. You could see tire marks leading up to the tracks. Police were concerned a Sunrail train was in the area.
So he was literally on the tracks, dude. And hopefully, maybe I can look for it right now. But he was literally on the tracks, and the cops. He was obviously drunk, dude. And the cops, instead of being like super like aggressive or like, they were like trying to tell him, hey, you know what? There's a train on its way. Like, you need to get out. Like, you need to move. The train is going to come and impact and hit this car. And you know what he was telling the cops? Hey, man, I don't understand. There's 1, 2, 3 of you guys. Let's just push the car out of the way. They're like, dude, you need to get out, dude. Like, we're just trying to look out for you. And he was acting like freaking super privileged, dude. Super privileged. That instead of like, first of all, you're freaking drunk. You already have a DUI, and they're being nice to you. And he was like, man, like, why do we have to get a tow truck, or why do we have to wait until the train hits my car? Like, I see 3, 4 of you guys. Let's push my car out. Like, dude, like, I really hope I can find the video right now.
10 minutes away.
But yeah, that was the whole incident with this one.
And he had a passenger in the car.
Maitland police say they were insisting that Jordan gets out of his SUV, but they say he insisted that he drive his car off the tracks. When they finally got him out, they say they learned 3 things.
Southbound 600, high rate of speed.
Number 1, earlier deputies in Seminole County tried to pull him over, make a traffic stop, but he sped away. 2, Marcus Jordan allegedly looked and smelled like he was drinking. And 3, police say they found a bag of cocaine in his pocket. During the arrest, deputies say he was not cooperating, was singing all the way to the DUI center, and his speech was slurred. When questioned how he got on the tracks, Maitland police report he kept saying he made the wrong turn.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Jordan from way outside.
Marcus Jordan played basketball for UCF, and as the son of basketball legend Michael Jordan, it was a big deal.
So what do you think about that, right? Because when I started thinking about that, I'm like, dude, he's so privileged, dude. He's so privileged in the sense that, like, he never had to earn any of that, and now he's acting and wilding out, right? But what are your thoughts when it comes down to that? For me, it's somebody that has been given everything, and he doesn't appreciate things.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what would you do as a parent? I would have left him in there, dude. I would not care.
Really?
Dude, have I ever told you that my mom used to, like, she would used to, like, I don't want to say brainwash me, but she used to scare me, like, because when I was in middle school, dude, the middle school that I was in, there used to be a lot of, like, fights after school. And this is when I was in 7th grade. And it got so bad that the cops, like, will pull up after school, and they will start, like, rushing everybody to go home, because usually, like, because I used to go to Castle Park Middle. So Castle Park Middle was like in the corner, and up the street was high school. So the high schoolers a lot of the times would come and fight with the middle schoolers, but they would like obviously fight on the sidewalk, and everybody would be watching, and then the cops would like pull up, and they would like try to like hush everybody to go home. And I remember it got to the point that it got so bad that they had like a meeting, and they told the parents like, if your kid is caught just being chismoso, like even if they're not fighting, they're gonna get like taken away by us. Right. And I remember my mom was like, si te agarran, yo no te voy a ir a sacar. Like my mom used to be like that, dude. And I feel like she scared the shit out of me. And like, even if I wanted to see something, I was like, fuck that, dude. My mom's not gonna come get me out. And not even like, I was so scared of my freaking dad, dude. I was like, I'm not even counting on my dad.
It's because, look, if you do something that they already told you not to do, and you proceed to do it, and then let's say, for instance, they bail you out, then you're like, for next time,
I can get away with it.
Exactly, you're gonna do it all over again, right? So what?
That's because finish. I'll tell you right now. No.
So yeah, you're not gonna like the word of your parents is no longer gonna hold. It's not gonna hold pretty much any value to it.
But you know what? I also think it's the way that people parent, because I feel like a lot of the kids nowadays, at least when I used to work at the middle school, we would have told that to the middle schoolers, dude, like se la hubieran pasado el pinche por el fundillo. Like they don't care now. Yeah. And I feel like before, like when the parents like told you something, like you know that they meant it. It wasn't like like my parents are fucking around. Like now it's just like like you know, like if your mom tells you something, it's like, but she's not gonna do it, so I'm still gonna do whatever I want.
Yeah, like parents nowadays are too soft.
Yeah, like como se, they call it something like there's a term for it, but basically it's like not obviously like not trying to raise a kid how our parents raised us.
Oh yeah.
Like soft parenting, dude. I can't think
like
of the
before the thought process was like about like hitting the kid to discipline them.
Yes.
Right, and now it's just like no, talk to them, be more soft. Which I agree in this sense, right? That you shouldn't be hitting any kids, but if that's gonna be the route, then talk to them like direct and be strict in a sense that you don't go back on your word, because then they're not going to take you seriously.
But then I also think it depends on everybody, because dude, my mom used to beat the shit out of me and she knows that, and I'm okay. But it's like other kids are like, no, my mom used like, you know, like they were like, it's my mom's fault that I'm like this because she used to beat the shit out of me. And like, I mean, I see it in a different way. But I was gonna tell you, like, right now that we were seeing this post, it reminded me of this one cousin that I had. Like, she was always in trouble, dude, and she ended up getting locked up, and she called me to go bail her out and go take her car out of the what's it called, the corralón, I don't know how to say it in English, dude. And I was like, nope, you're staying in there. And she had already called her mom. She had called like other people. Nobody wanted to get her out, and she's like, oh, Chella's gonna get me out. Because I wouldn't always get her out of situations, but like there had been other things that I was like, all right, dude, like I'm gonna get you out of this one, but I'm not gonna get you out of any other shit. And I always told her, if you ever get locked up, dude, do not even call me, because I'm not gonna go get you. And I remember that day I was at work, and I never answer phone numbers that I don't know, but that day I answered the phone, and it said like, oh, it's from she was actually in a jail that's over here by El Cajon. I forget the name, but it's literally like not far away from here. And it said like, oh, we have an inmate that wants to talk to you. And I was like, I don't know nobody in jail. Like, why are they calling me? And then it was like, my cousin said her name, and I was like, this bitch got locked up. And then I talked to her, and I was like, what happened? She's like, Chelo, can you come get me out? And she was crying. And I was like, and she kind of told me what happened, and she ended up getting a DUI. She actually got 2 DUIs back to back. And I was like, no, dude, like I had already told you, and I'm not gonna get you out. I was like, call somebody else, but I'm not getting you out. And I never got out. I don't even know how she got out, but eventually she did get out. I don't know who got her out, but I didn't get her out.
So I found the body cam footage.
Oh, of that?
Yeah.
And the concern is this $300,000 vehicle. I would like to just like push this away.
Keep your hands out of your pockets, man. Keep your hands out of your pockets.
There's nothing in my pocket.
That's all. Don't pass it down. Don't put your hands out there, bro.
Oh, man. You know, bro, I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to get home, and I made a wrong turn. Okay? And clearly, we would just like to get our car off of the train tracks, which we were not trying to be on.
Oh, that girl's like super fucked up too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, both of them are.
And if there's 6 of us,
Oh, look.
and we throw this thing in reverse.
Well, I've already got concerns for your level of impairment anyways, okay? So that's why. Because I can smell alcohol coming from you, and you're on train tracks. Okay? So
Come on, man.
just listen to me. That's why I don't want you back behind the wheel anyways, okay?
I'm fine behind the wheel. I just would like to get my car out of
We'll
this.
deal with that after this, okay? We'll deal with that after this. But that's why I had to get you out of the car, okay? Because I hear spinning tires, I hear slurred speech from you. You're driving on train tracks.
I'm not slurring anything, and I'm
okay. I'm letting you know. I have concerns. Okay?
Well,
For your
I
level of
appreciate
impairment
that.
Driving a vehicle, I can't let you back behind the car and drive a vehicle.
I appreciate your concerns.
Yeah, I don't want.
But
you to get
I
hurt.
am not inebriated.
Juliet,
I'm not
635
anything that
550.
cannot drive home. All right. I mean, the concern is.
Yeah, so I think there was a little bit more to it and the other one, but first of all, you're already freaking drunk, right? And they're being nice to you, and you're todavía te pones demonios, like you're still trying to like give them an attitude.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Plus, what would have happened if they would have bit the shit out of him? The shit.
Yeah.
And then what was he gonna say? That it was racism?
Dude, you know what I was thinking too? Like if it was any other person, that would have freaking like dropped them to the floor and everything, right?
Yeah.
But bro, like they're already being nice to you. One, because they probably recognize them. So they know that, oh, like whatever we do, like it's going to be like, no,
come back
it's going to be in the
quick.
media and all that stuff. So they're being nice to him. But then this guy being so freaking entitled, he's over there like telling them what to do, what they should be doing, what they shouldn't be doing. He even says, hey, I'm Michael Jordan's son. Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody like Michael Jordan that had to like work for his whole career would probably never do anything like this because being that great of an athlete required a lot of discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And now look at his son. So, another perfect example, similar to Julio Cesar Chavez, the boxer, the legend.
The son.
And look at his son.
Yeah.
Crazy. Same patterns, dude. Well, so what's the lesson here?
Don't blow him out.
Yeah.
Because, okay, what would have happened if he would have not, like, be on the train tracks and he would have been driving and he killed somebody? He's going to get bailed out.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be like, he's innocent.
Yeah, exactly.
And then somebody died.
Yeah, exactly. It could be a lot freaking worse, dude. All right. Any final words that you may have, Chilo?
No, I think that's it.
Tired, huh?
Yeah, now I'm getting tired.
All right. Final one. I don't think I've done the wheel
No,
of...
you have not done that on me.
I don't think you haven't done that on me. All right. So the wheel of questions. I think there was a couple different things. I haven't done it in a while, but let's do this. I think this one just generates a couple random things or questions to generate a conversation. So I'll spin it. We'll be super quick with this, right? See what lands.
So it's 1 and 1? Or one and
just
we'll both
one
answer?
and we'll both answer.
All right.
Cool? Ready?
Go. The little noise.
All right. If you were to go to a psychic, what would you ask them? Question, and hold up. You know, I wanted this freaking question to come up.
Shut up.
I swear to God, the whole day I was thinking for
you
this.
did something for that shit to come up.
No. I swear to God, I wanted this to pop up.
Okay, then you're going to answer first.
Okay. If I were to go to a psychic, I would want to ask them, like, when is the freaking podcast going to hit? Or is it even going to hit? You get what I'm saying? It's just like, just tell me, like, not necessarily that I'm wasting my time, but it would just be like, like, I would just want to know if, like, what the end result is going to be to a Nomas podcast. Yeah, I think that would be it. I don't know. At least that's my fast answer right now. Yeah. You?
What will you ask them? I feel like part of me would want to know how I would die, but then at the same time, I wouldn't. Because then, like, what if they're like, oh, you're going to die this way? And then I'm like, damn, it's today. I don't know. Like, what if I'm, like, in a similar situation? I'm like, damn, is this going to take me out right now?
Yeah, knock on wood, right?
Yeah.
But heck no. I wouldn't want to ask that because, like, what if it's, like, super, knock on wood, but what if it's super tragic? You know what I mean? Like super, super bad. Like, heck no, I wouldn't want to know because now you're just like, fuck, when is this going to happen? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't freaking want to know.
I know your birth chart does tell you, like, some, not necessarily like, oh, you're going to die this way, but it tells you, like, an overall answer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nah, but I don't know. Like, I'm a believer in all of it, but for that, I'm not too sure if I believe that. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
No. You want to spit another one?
Yeah, one more?
One more. 1 and 1.
Okay, last one.
A little psychic.
Dare to speak in an accent for the next. Dare to speak in an accent for the next 5 minutes. Not for the next 5 minutes, but give me something in an accent.
I'm thinking about your tia Marta right now. That's the first thing keeps
Yeah. But it's not about like
okay, let's just leave it like that. We could have just answered the other.
Now you have to because if people got to this, you have to make an accent. Give me a sentence in an accent. Chinese, maybe from Europe.
No.
Come on.
Yeah, that's it.
Pinche chelo.
Yeah. No, you know what I should have answered for the other question now that I'm thinking about it? I would want to ask a psychic what I was in a past life. Like if I was a girl again, or if I was a guy, like where did I live? What did I do?
There is things like that. The past life
regression.
Yeah. All right, cool. Anything else, Chelo?
No, that's it.
If you made it to this point of the podcast, what emoji are we gonna tell them to drop? A block of ice.
An ice, a bike for the Amazon bike.
Yeah. A basketball, ice,
and a bike. I think there's.
Wait. We said an ice,
a block,
a bike.
Yeah, And you said a basketball.
Okay, yeah, those 3: ice, bicycle, and a basketball. Cool.
Yeah.
That way we know that you guys are real ones. You guys made it to the very end. Cool.
All right.
Once again, my name is Angel Houseman. By the way, we have episodes every freaking Wednesday, 6 p.m. And I'm trying to go live on Sunday nights, 8 o'clock. So
didn't go Sunday today. Didn't go live today.
Yeah, not today for the Super Bowl and all that. But yeah, once again, my name is Angel Houseman.
And Chelo, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Yeah. Cool. Till next time. It's a greater risk, not taking a risk.